Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rutgers Pool. This is Mike from Common Guy Sports. We're going to be getting started shortly. This is session one of the Mariners Area Y 2024 Bring the Heat. We're just getting some of the swimmers getting ready, coming across behind the blocks. You can see them there. First event this morning in this 12 and under session is girls 12 and under, 200 freestyle. I think we have a few relays to start, and then we'll move into individual races. So the chat is open on YouTube. If somebody could, I see a few people out there. If you could, give me a thumbs up or a comment if you're on your phone or computer. This meet is being organized and run by Be Smart Swimming. You can find all their information on their website. Oh, I guess we're starting with individuals. I see names up on the board. I'm going to get that configured shortly for you. That's weird. Junior camera 8. I'm still trying to clean up that scoreboard a little, get that better looking on the bottom. All right, looks like we're going to get started here. So a couple things, hopefully. This is the view we'll have at the start of the race. You see the names on the top left. All right, they're just going through and checking with all the timers, if you hear them counting down. All right, I have not received heat sheets yet, so kind of bear with me a second as we get started here. We're going to just be running off the scoreboard. You see on the top left of your screen, we have the swimmers now in the pool. All right, so this is a 50-meter setup here. Sorry, wrong camera. I'm still getting set up. 50-meter setup, swimming right to left. This first event, 200 free. Swimmers will be swimming 4 lengths of the pool. Lane 1 is towards the top of your screen. So that's lanes 3, 4, and 5. 4 leading out here. Now we see the swimmers coming into the deep end or the dive end of the pool. Again, this is event 1, heat 1, girls 12 and under, 200 free. That is lane 4 turning. So there are splits you can see at the far end. That was a 47 for lane 4. Sophie, followed by Abigail in 5, and then Briella, in 3. Typically, when we have full heats, I will not be able to do this, like zoom in to capture just individual swimmers. But since we have 3 swimmers, so this is lane 4 leading us out. Sophie, followed by 5, Abigail, and then up here is lane 3. Okay, so we'll see them coming into the frame here. This is the start end. So this will be 2 lengths complete. You can see up on the scoreboard, the right-hand side, just under the running time, shows lengths complete. There are touch pads at both ends, so we'll be getting 50 splits at both ends. So that's 100 split there for our lead swimmer. Or if we jump a little bit ahead here, I keep hitting the wrong button, I'm sorry. So that is lane 3 with the red cap. No, lane 4 with the red cap, 5 blue cap. Lane 3 will be coming into frame shortly. Okay, that's the swimmers at 150 splits there at that far end. Again, lane 4 lead swimmer coming into the finish here. 3 lanes complete. You can see up on the scoreboard. The finish order here is lane 4, lane 5. Okay, that was our first event. If you are just joining us, you can rewind at any point. All right, so here we go at Heat 2. Reference the names in the top left. I just did receive the heat sheets, and they are available on the website, Be Smart Swimming. I'm sorry, Be Smart Inc. That's BESMARTTINC. So there's 2 T's in that Be Smart. Oh, what's going on there? That's lane 6 leading out here. This is our second race. This is heat 2 of 4 here. All right, now on the top right of your screen, geez, give me a second. Top right of your screen, those names are the entries in the next heat, which will be heat 3. All right, here's this 150 turn. Again, that's lane 6. Leah Wang leading out here. All right, so again, the top right is the next race. Top left are swimmers in the pool now. Again, this is lane 6, Leah Wang. Leah came in on a 327 seed, so we're dropping tons of time here. Finishing on a 309. Again, this is heat 2 of 4. All right, top right again. Those are the swimmers that are going to be stepping in next. Okay, and those should now match the start on the scoreboard on the top left. Okay, and then as I update the top right, you now see the swimmers in the next race. So the top right is now updated with the swimmers in heat 4. Now with that, you'll also see the seed times there. So those don't get updated. Those are just what they came in with. And basically that's used to group the similar swimmers together with the similar times. Okay. Again, lane 1, top of your screen. That's lane 5, first to turn here. Annabella Ferretti. Sorry. Okay. Again, there are touch pads at that far end, so we are getting 50 splits down there. Okay, now we see the swimmers coming in. So these will be 100 splits that you see at this point. So that's 5 and 4 leading out here. Annabella closer to you, and then Gabby Marks to her right. All right. Here's the girls at the far end at the 150. Now that camera's a little grainy. That's on me, not anything you can control. Okay, there's all the rest of the field turning at 150. Here's our 2 lead swimmers. Zoom in on them for a little bit. Again, this is heat 3 of 4. So Annabella came in on a 3:00.99, so we're dropping time on that. That's like a 9-second drop. Now those dashes up there for Gabby, don't worry about that. That just says that the button was pushed. Gabby came in on a 2:59 seat. I think she dropped. I don't, that's not a 3:03 actual. She was a couple seconds behind Annabella in 5. So now the top right names should be the swimmers stepping up, and as soon as the scoreboard increments up to heat 4, those will get updated. We have 3 heats for the boys after this. So now on the top right, you see boys' names. That is the first heat for the boys up next. Okay, this again is the final heat for the girls. Top right will be the boys up next. Some of these will have national cut times displayed. I will read them as I kind of remember and see them. The long course national on this is 2:14.99. Anna Molatari there in lane 4. She had the low seed, 221. So that's her 100 split there at 110. So these will be 150 splits. All right, lead swimmer, lane 4. Just about to come under the flag. All right, awesome, 223. That's a great time, just off her seed. Okay. Again, on the top right of the boys' names. All right, so here we go. Real quick, I'm going to try and do this when I can, all depending on how quickly the meet moves along. So I might be showing these names in the lane here. Those are the swimmers about to enter the pool. This is heat 1 of 3 for the boys. Now on the top right are the entries for heat number 2. Do you have a Coke? Yeah, please. Whatever. Awesome. Thank you. All right, this is heat 1 of 3 for the boys. All right, the chat is open. Again, if somebody could give me a quick thumbs up or a comment in the chat. I want to make sure everything looks and sounds good for you. Things seem okay on my side. For any Summit area parents joining us, I had worked the meet outdoor yesterday and had some gremlins with some of the equipment, so I apologize for that. Hopefully we have a better experience today. This is first session of 3 that we'll have today. What are those? So this is the 12 and under. Session 2 is the 50s. And then session 3 is 13 and over. Okay, again, the top right of your screen, you see the names for the next race. So those are the swimmers that should be lining up behind. Okay, so those last splits you saw were hundreds. Looks great. Say parent. Okay. Oh, Don, you commented last night, so thank you. Yeah, again, so had some issues yesterday. I uploaded kind of a higher quality. I do take a recording when the internet is funky, so I uploaded that. So you can rewatch. The quality of the video be a little bit better, but didn't get the scoreboard working how I wanted and getting the names displayed. So work in progress, if you would. So again, the kids putting a huge effort in, so they deserve be able to see themselves and hopefully parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, family, everybody's out there watching. So again, this is the first of 3 sessions. If you did just join us, we are on event 2. We had 4 heats of the girls' side. So this is a very traditional odd number girls events, even number boys events. I have that scrolling at the bottom of your screen there. You can see if you would, the menu, the order of events that we have today. All right, this is lanes 3 and 4, 3 towards the top of your screen, 4 to his right. Here they come into the finish. 4 is just going to out-touch him with the 3:19. Alexander goes low time there. Again, on the top right, those names. So that's up next. So you see lane 1 is Fong Nathan. He's 12 years old. He comes from Cougar Aquatics. And the 3:11 is his seed time. So all these, the way the seeding works, we're doing slowest to fastest. And as we progress through, so here's their names. You can see down in lane 8, David is matching that. So let's go up, and what I'll do now, so as they start, now on the top right of your screen, you now see updated names for the next race. That'll be Heat 3. All right. Again, this is event 2, Heat 2. We have one more heat, and then we'll move on to girls 12 and under 100 butterfly. If anybody has questions or comments, again, the chat's open. Feel free to post them in there. I'll try and keep an eye on everything down there. So the website, again, let me post that in the chat. Let's get back here. So I just posted the website in the chat. That's where you can find the heat sheets, and then they'll have results too. So when Be Smart's doing the meet, it's a little easier. You don't have to go into Meet Mobile. So Meet Mobile is an app that you can go and see results. And it tracks, it's good if you're looking for a particular swimmer and so on. Makes it easier. Thanks so much. All right. So here we are. Let's go back. Swimmers coming into the finish. Okay, low time there was Sam Miller in 5. Sam dropping tons of time as I look down. Sam's seed was a 3:00:29. Nice job with the 2:47.97. All right, here's our entries for the final heat with their seed times. Let's see logos. Yeah, some of the logos working. We'll try and get that cleaned up for later. Again, this is the final heat for this event. That's ugly. All right, we'll have to stay here for a second as the boys turn down there at their 50. That signal on that camera got a little funky. All right, top right is the names for the first heat for the girls of Event 3. And if you're wondering what Event 3, good timing on the bottom, you see 100 butterfly. All right, here are the boys coming into your screen for their 100 turn, 100 split. All right, another little helper there, middle of the pool. You can see lanes 4 and 5 have black lane lines. So that's a visual representation, a lot of both for spectators and the officials. So you kind of segment the pool, especially with an 8-lane pool like this. All right, low time there, lane 5, Alejandro, 2:32. This is heat 2. I'm sorry, this is heat 3. Alejandro came in on a 2:31 seed time, so just off his seed. Nice swim. Okay, now we're moving on. We have a couple swimmers still out in the pool. So with the overhead starts, I can't really zoom in showing you everybody behind the blocks. If there are kind of pauses or something that gives me that ability, I will. Yeah. I jokingly call it grandma cam when we can zoom in, see faces. So top right of your screen, you can see we have 3 entries in this next heat, heat 1 of 3 of Event 3. So that will give me the ability to kind of zoom in a little tighter. All right, and here's their lane assignments. And now on the top right, you see that we have 7 entries in the next race, Heat 2. All right, we're underway here. So the interesting thing is you'll see that there's an empty lane in the next race. So that is such that we didn't just have 2 swimmers in this heat. That's intentional. You want to kind of have 3 minimum. So they'll pull one of the swimmers down into this heat that could have qualified, if you would, for the next heat. And this is heat 1 of 3. Why is that? Trying to move that scoreboard just there it is. It's on the edge now. So up on that scoreboard, the leftmost column is the lane number, and then we have last name, comma, first name, team affiliation, and then you'll see the split times pop up in between. Now you just see the running time. This is lane 4. And then we have lanes 3 and 5 here. 5 there, and 3 here. Okay, again, this is 100, so down and back, 2 lengths of the pool. You see the length counter up there, too, in the white text. 156 for Esme, dropping off her 159 seed. Addison dropping 2. Addison came in on a 222. Nice job. Looks like across the board, too. Noor dropping time off her 231. All right, here's our entries. Heat number 2. Names on the top right are our Heat 3 entries. And lane 1, top of your screen. In this case, lane 7 is closest to us. We do swim all 8 lanes here. Five. So this is Heat 3, our final heat. Right. No, I'm sorry, this is Heat 2. My eyes are deceiving me. Event 3, Heat 2. We have one more heat. You see those names on the top right. And then looking ahead, we also have 3 heats for the boys. Lane 4, Harper leading us into the wall here. So right there, a little hard to see, but she's going under the flags. So I intentionally try and set that camera there so the flags aren't too distracting. But they are in place. We do have backstroke. So you see where that official is at the bottom, that black pole he's just passing? That is where the flags are. So 134 for Harper, coming in on a 138.12. Nice drop. All right, here's our entries for the final heat. Top right are the entries for the boys' first heat. Up next. If anybody is just joining us, you can rewind at any point, go back, catch up with any of the races you might have missed. We did start with event 1. This is the first session, 3 sessions today. Swimming a 50-meter pool. So in this case, this 100 will be down and back. While they're down there, I'll just real quick jump to this camera. So you can see that is the dive end. So as you see, the floor of the pool drops off. Alexa here in lane 4 leading out. She came in on a 1:18.39, so right on her seed. Nice swim. All right, I got to clean those logos up a little bit, but looks like they're pretty much working. Oh, I didn't update the names. That's why. All right. So the boys are in the pool. Sorry, let's do that real quick. We'll show you the boys' names. Here's their lane assignments as they go off the screen. Sorry about that, guys. This is heat 1 of 3 here for the boys. Top right of your screen are now the names for heat 2. All right, you see the official at the bottom of the screen with his hand up. That's going to indicate a infraction, and what that does, so he raises his hand and then consults another official. So it's not the sole discretion of just one official, should there be an infraction. Each stroke, kind of, not for freestyle, but each stroke has certain requirements about how you're kicking, how you're touching the wall and turning, and so on. So that official might have seen something. All right, here come the boys under the flags. Again, this is heat 1 of 3 for event 4. All right, here we go. Here's heat 2. Hopefully these logos stay up to date. Some of them, like the MYM, I couldn't find a good one. That's a picture of like somebody's cap from somewhere. So we'll continue to try and improve, get better. Just trying to make your viewing experience a little easier if you're not, if you're not a swim spectator of, with experience. Sometimes things could be a little confusing. Fortunately, this pool, lane 1 is at the top of your screen. Lane 8 is at the bottom. Sometimes they'll be flipped. So you'll have to kind of do that top to bottom, bottom to top in your head. All right, here they are at the far end. That'll be their 50 turns. Names on the top right are the swimmers for heat 3, the final heat. So those splits you see on the board are the 50 splits. Again, the official bottom left, you see with his hand raised. So pretty unique, not like other sports where there's a whistle or a flag that you have real quick indication of what's going on. That is kind of a silent thing that's then written up and then submitted and then reviewed and then potentially enforced. Okay, it's lane 4, first to the wall, Henry. All right, up next, heat 3, final heat. I thought I had a logo for BGH. That's funny. Okay, final heat for the boys. The names you'll see on the top right shortly will be the entries for the girls as we move on to the next event, which will be 100 breaststroke. All right, hopefully you can see the scoreboard and read it clearly. If you are on a phone or a tablet and you're pretty recent update with YouTube, the app, you can zoom in on sections of your screen. I did a poll a while ago, and most people from home are either watching on a tablet, computer, or a television, and then that's easily viewable. But if you are on a phone, that might not be easily viewable. So just if you kind of do the simple pinch and zoom like you would on a picture, you can then zoom in on that section. All right, looks like lane 5, Jack goes low at a 116 here. Dropping off his 118.42. Nice job, Jack. Okay, that was final heat for the boys. Up next, girls. Event 5, heat 1 of 6. And here's the 3 swimmers. NJB. Why is that? That's weird. All right, I got to go back and look at the logs. I spent time last night putting logos in there for NJB and GBH, a couple teams that I haven't seen much before, so I can't explain why it's not working. I am not a Rangers fan, but had to stay up and watch that game. Being a diehard Devils fan, I would have liked to see a local team win, but Florida was too powerful. There was if any hockey fans out there, interesting stat was like 96% of the time during that series, the games were 1-goal deficits. Crazy. All right, again, this is 100, so it's going to be down and back. This is heat 1 of 6. Top right, you see the entries for heat 2. Here's the swimmers coming on. Again, just so that official, you see bottom center of your screen, just to his right, that black pole. That is where the flags are, and you can also see that's where, not perfectly, but where the lane lines transition, and the intent there is for back. Again, this is heat 1 of 6, and these are seeded slowest to fastest, so as we progress, we're going to see lower and lower finish times. There is no circle seating, so if you're familiar with that, where the final few heats will have kind of breaking up the fastest swimmers. These are just seated in that traditional fastest or slowest to fastest order. Names on the top right are the entries for heat number 3 up next. This is heat 2 in the water. Savannah Clark here, lane 4, coming under the flags. Savannah dropping tons of time off her 2:15 seed. Nice job. Okay, those dashes on the scoreboard, I started to explain that before. I don't know if I got my complete thought out. That's when a swimmer comes in and the button is pushed. So behind the blocks, so we'll talk a little bit more, but behind the blocks, there's 2 volunteers. Here we go. And then one has a clipboard, and the one without the clipboard has what's known as a plunger or the backup timer. So if you think of like a Jeopardy button, that person has a button that's tied into the timing system. So when the swimmer comes to the wall, they can push that and it will register. Now also in the pool is what's called a touch pad. So as a swimmer comes into the wall, they touch, basically think of like, I don't know, somebody used the analogy one time, I think it fits best. It's like a screen door they put in the wall in the pool, and inside it's all enclosed, and there's 2 pieces of screening with a little air gap, and as they touch it, basically those 2 pieces of metal screening touch each other, create a little short. The swimmer doesn't get shocked, don't worry. And that short then sends a signal up to the scoring system. So if we look here, we'll just kind of zoom in. So as the swimmers come in, they're going to hit that, so-called a pad, and then that's going to register. Okay, now, wrong way. Sometimes when they come in, they don't hit the center of it, or they don't hit it hard enough, or if you hit it kind of with a flat hand, it might not register. So that's what we're seeing, those dashes back at the start end, is when they come in to finish. Basically, they're not hitting the pad to register that they're finishing, and the volunteer up on deck hit the button. So that was a very long-winded explanation there. So this is heat 3 in the water. I didn't even update the names yet. I did. Names for Heat 4 updated on the top right. Tight one here. We got lane 8, low time. Big drop there. So lane 8 wasn't first to the wall. Noah was lane 5. She came in on a 201, swam a 157. But when you see lane 8 swim a 158, Gina Jankonis came in on a 212C, just swam a 158. Nice drop, Gina. So again, they're seeded slowest to fastest, and then within each grouping of 8 swimmers, the fastest of those are put in lanes 4 and 5 and 7. Come into the wall. Typically, they're dropping significant amount when an outside lane does very well and either, drops times like that, like Gina just did, or, wins a particular heat. This is Heat 4 in the water. Names for 5, top right. So since Rutgers gives me the ability to connecting this on a TV or computer or laptop, the little gear on the bottom right or on a TV, you got to use your remote. You can go over and have good enough internet where you are, and that'll be the case. So here we go, lane 7. This is sort of outside smoke. Chloe there with the 150.49. She came in on a 154. Nice job, Chloe. Here's our entries for Heat 5 up next. Names for 6 updated on the top right now. That'll be the final heat for the ladies. And we have 5 heats for the boys or men. The heat sheets are available on the website Be Smart Inc. Or if you just Google Be Smart Swim Timing, you'll be able to find their website. This is lane 5, Leah Wang. Leah came in on a 145 seed. We're dropping tons off that. 136.35. Nice job, Leah. All right, up next, final heat. Heat 6 of 6. Just for point of reference, YNAT time 1:19:49. So there was an entry on a 112 seed, Alicia, which was lane 4. I don't believe that's her there. Probably had somebody, she might have scratched out and then somebody else took that slot. Still have a swimmer coming down on that first leg. This is lane 5 leading us back. Adeline. I'm sorry, in lane 3. 3 and 5 here. 3 with a slight lead. Jump to the. So that's going to conclude event 6 or 5. We'll move to 6. Still waking up. Sorry, folks. All right, here's our entries. Heat 1 of 5 on the boys' side. Names on the top right are the boys for Heat 2. I don't know why the slight delay. What's going on here? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry. All right, here's the boys in the pool. Pop quick. They'll come out from under their name shortly. Why is that? So I just said a little while ago that Rutgers is giving me nice internet. I'm able to go high def. And as I look, I'm getting a warning for some buffering. So if you are seeing a little jittery picture or glitchy, that's on my side. It seems to resolve itself now, but I shouldn't have said anything. And as soon as I did, I looked down and there's a warning. So this is event 6, Heat 1, 1 of 5. Names for Heat 2, top right. Top right names for Heat 3 are now updated. $100-meter backstroke for the girls, and then that'll be followed by the boys segment of that. All right, low time there, lane 4. Adam dropping off his 2:03 seed time. All right, here we go, Heat 3. All right, names for 4 on the top right of your screen. $99, crazy. So again, those are age adjusted, kind of for 11, 12-year-old boys. 111.99. I don't know if I didn't mention it. The girls is a 119.49. Leading us out in this heat is lane 3, Alejandro. $140.66 off a 157.40. Nice swim, Alejandro. Maybe even a full Sunday from McCool's there in beautiful Madison, New Jersey, or for the Summit people. I apologize here, BGH. I don't know why your logo's not working. Can't explain it. Underway here, heat number 4. Names for 5 updated on the top right. So if anybody's out there and you're coming to a session later today and you have a burning desire for broadcast or anything, feel free, stop up. I'm in the press box, top of the stands. Somebody would want to come up and read names and so on. More than happy to take the assistance. Lane 1, low time, Maxwell there. Dropping off. Maxwell came in on a 152.19. Just went 146.19. Here we go, heat 5, final heat. So as the business name suggests, Common Guy Sports, I am a solo. So doing everything else, I don't typically read each individual name. So if somebody has an inkling, wants to come up, can't guarantee you're going to get volunteer hours or anything, but feel free to stop by. Full disclosure, my kids, I had 2 daughters, they both swam, and ironically swam at Madison and at Summit. So they have since graduated. So. I do not have direct affiliation with either team right now. All right, this is final heat. Lane 3. Sawyer looks to be going low here. Came in on a 129, so just off his seed. So that's going to conclude this event. We'll move on to event 7, backstroke. So previously we've been doing what's called overhead starts or flyovers where the swimmers stay in the pool. Obviously now we're going to go to backstroke, so it's going to take a second here. Let's do this real quick. So if I had the time, I would do this each time, but there's lane 1 swimmer, lane 2, as I'm making you dizzy. There's 3 and 4. Parent volunteer holding the clipboard down. So that's indicating that there's no swimmer in that lane. So that makes it easy for the official to look down and not worry about starting this race not having a swimmer. We have 8 heats here total on the girls' side. And if we look ahead, boys have 7. And we're underway. Heat 1 of 8, names for heat 2, top right. This is a 100-meter race, so it'll be down and back. Again, we're swimming meter times. A meter is just a little longer than a yard, so if you have yard times in your head, they don't direct, you can convert them, but they don't, there'll be little slower times or so on. So there's plenty of websites that allow conversions from one to the other. And again, this is a long course, so if you see LC, anywhere on kind of the heat sheets or the timing results, that is what this is representing, that it's a 50-meter configuration versus a 25 where they would have additional turns. So if you are doing any time conversions, be sure to put in what type of pool or what type of kind of configuration the previous one was, and then this is converting to long course, LC versus SC, short course. Real quick, we'll take this opportunity to do a little face shot. She'll be coming into frame from the left side shortly. Again, this is heat 1 of 8. Get you the names and logos for heat 2. Top right, names for heat 3 are updated. Okay, underway, heat 2. Lane 3, low time here. Geet Singh. Seed time here was a 2:05. Okay, we're back. Names for 4 updated on the top right. Again, we have 8 heats total here for the girls. Pema first to the wall there in a 144.01. Came in on a 153.74. Nice 9 and change drop. All right, here we go with Heat 4. Names for 5 updated on the top right. Pretty unique setup here. Lanes 4 and 5, and then 1 and 8. Again, this is Heat 4 of 8. Linden in lane 4 looks to go low time, 138. Dropping a full 10 seconds, 10.3 off her 148.99. Nice job. Here we go, Heat 5. NJB.com was. I just figured out the NJB thing. I am sorry about that. I had a typo in it. Some reason I was calling it NJBL. All right, hopefully we get that one fixed. All right, Heat 5 in the water. Names for 6 on the top right of your screen. Wrong way. Here they come at the 50 turn. NJBL. All right, this is Heat 5 in the water. Here they come into the finish, lane 8. Sam Taylor, NJB, I didn't have your logo. You come low time, 139 off a 147.9 seed. Nice job, Sam. That was Heat 5. Here we are, Heat 6. Names for 7 are on the top right of your screen. Underway here, heat 6. Six in the water, names for 7 on the top right. We have 8 total heats here. But in lane 4, leading out. Charlotte goes low time, 132.6. Nice easy math. Came in on a 133.65, so 1.04. Nice drop, Charlotte. Here we go, heat 7 entries. Names for 8 on the top right now. Underway, heat 7. Chloe goes low time, 130. Nope, sorry. Heat. Yeah, final heat. I'm questioning myself, sorry. $110.09 is the net cut on this. Here, picture in a picture. Ah, wrong way. All right, final heat, heat 8. Let me get the names updated for the first of the boys up next. Top right is the boys up next. It's lane 5. All right, we have one swimmer still out, lane 4. Saw this a little yesterday, too. There's some of the seed times either weren't converted or didn't get entered correctly. So it's unfortunate she got seeded with swimmers significantly faster. She's coming into your frame right there. If this is Alicia Bombassi, a 9-year-old, kudos. Coming home with the big girls. Nice job. All right, first heat for the boys. Event 8, heat 1 of 7. All right, names for heat 2 are updated on the top right of your screen. All right, glad everybody could join us today. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports, session 1 of 3 of the 2024 Bring the Heat. If you're not from the area, it wasn't that warm this morning. It was nice chill. Like, I think it got down to about 60. So, not really bringing the heat here, May, but happy to have these intermediate seasons, if you would. All right, here's the boys coming down to the 50 turn. This again is heat number 1 of 7. If you arched an event from earlier, you can rewind. Does not affect anybody else. All right, well, I know we have one other swimmer out. We'll jump back to him in a second after these two boys finish. So again, you see how they're a little off center and not touching the face of that pad. So that could recognize the reason being why we're getting the dashes up on the scoreboard. This is Felix up in lane 3. Here we go with our Heat 2 entries. Names for 3 are on the top right of your screen now. If anybody does have questions, the chat is open. I could try and assist with anything. So this is event 8, heat 2. Was supposed to go at 10:17 a.m. It is 10:19. So shout out to Be Smart. Looks like Luke in lane 4 will have our low time in this heat. Luke dropping 5+ seconds off his 157.80. No, I'm sorry, 157.02. So just about 5 seconds. All right, here we are, heat 3 entries. Names for 4 updated on the top right. Low time there, lane 4, Kevin, 140-ish. We didn't get a good touch on him. Came in on a 148.32 seed. So definitely dropping significant time. Nice job, Kevin. Start, new race. So if anybody caught that, kudos. If you're familiar with the Colorado timing system, that's a little tidbit you can enable. Not every school or not every facility does that, but it's a nice thing to communicate to the starter that, hey, this timing system's ready to go. If anybody else has any tidbits, you know, some younger swim parents here with this younger age group, feel free to post them. I'll share, I'll reread them. Kind of, you know, one of those things over time. You build your exposure, your experience, as they call it. Like any sport, you know, there's little nuances that people might not be familiar with. This is heat 4 in the water. Updated on the top right. I think we're live. We basically just missed a 50. Hopefully that's all that we missed. Basically the first half of this race. We are on event 8, heat 5. Let me jump back to the start. I think we only missed kind of the first half. So there was, ironically, there was a little delay in this event, this heat starting. So there's low time 136.19 for Shane in 7. This is heat 5. Up next will be heat 6. I don't think we missed all that much. So refer to the scoreboard, top left. All right, underway, heat 6. And then I play a little catch up here. All right, again, the scoreboard should be accurate on the top left. The names on the top right. So we're at heat 6. Names on the top right are the entries for 7. Rory Murray. So I apologize. Hopefully we're back online. Somebody can give me a quick comment. Things look okay now on my side. Ugh. Again, this is heat 6 of 7 of event 8. We had a little blip there, but hopefully we only missed basically the first 50 of that event. I guess we'll find out in a second. Load time here, lane 4, Owen Carroll, 132. See if this is going to work. A little weird, but all right. Somewhat restored. All right, final heat, heat 7 of 7. And then we're moving into 100 freestyle, event 9. Again, this is final heat. Here are the boys coming down to the 50. Heat 7. Jack Gallemeyer there, lane 5, leading him out. All right, Jack to the wall, low time here, about a 118 and change. We didn't get a good touch. All right, I was a little slow. Top right is the entries for the first heat for the girls. 100 free up next. We have 9 heats here for the girls. Event 9, heat 1 of 9. Names top right are entries for heat 2. Why not? Time on this is 101.69. incredible. Underway, heat 1 of 9 for event 9. Again, this is heat 1 of 9. Lane 6, Arianda comes in low time, about a 146. She had a 208 seed. So as a 9-year-old, nice job. All right, nice job. Here's heat 2 entries. Oh, there's NJBL, got it cleaned up. That did not cause the computer to crash. Wish I knew what did. We'll hopefully power through it and apologize for the little glitch. Heat 2 of 9 underway. Names for heat 3 now updated. Thank you. Thank you, though. Great hospitality here from the Madison Parent Org, bringing me drinks and food. Shout out to them. All right, I added a little thing on that bottom white scroll. You see it just went past. Be Smart Inc. is the website where you can get results. So they are the timing management company that assists with the meet. They do a great job in getting everything communicated. So they have a website where you can find out more information. Okay, this is heat 2 of 9. It's lane 4 leading us out here. Julia should I turn this way? Yes, thanks, Julia. .144. Julia came in on a 144 seed, just went 135.59. Nice 9-second drop. Well, lane 7, too. Sarah came in on a 158. Obviously, she's been at the wall for a few seconds, and this is about 158 cumulative time there, so nice job. All right, there's entries for heat number 3. No. What's going on here? There's the correct ones. All right, three's in the water. Names for 4 on the top right. Might be hard to see, but first to turn was Lee Wang here in 8. Kind of focus on her for real quick. All right. Keep an eye, lane 8, low time here. Lee Wang, she was first at the 50. Coming in at 125.74. Lee came in on a 141 seed time. Big drops there. And Geet Singh up in 1 came in on a 140. She's time at 137. Nice job. So again, typically, you're going to see lanes 4 and 5 finishing in given heat first, because they'll have the lower seed times of that grouping. So when you do see lanes 8 and lanes 1 finishing like that, it's probably an indication they're dropping a lot off their seed times. All right, this is heat 4 in the water. Names for 5 on the top right. And if we look at like those names on the top right, you see that the seeds go from, well, they're not a big spread here, 129s to 130s. But the earlier heats would have a bigger kind of spread between the middle of the pool and the outside. That's Caitlin in 5 leading us out here. Unfortunately, she's only breathing to her left. Big kick at the end for Caitlin. 126.46 on a 131.55 seed. Nice drop, Caitlin. Here we go, heat 5. No. Names for 6, top right. Lane 4, first to turn, Chelsea. This is lane 8 down here. Chelsea dropping tons off a 129.11 seed, 123.28. Nice job. 126 for Ellie down in off her 130.99 seed. Great job, ladies. Okay, here we go. Heat 6. Names for 7 on the top right. Six in the water, 7 names top right. We have 9 heats. Lane 6 at that far end, first to turn. Angelina. Oh, wait. Lane 3 looks leading here. Maybe I missed that. Sorry. Regan. Big kick there, second half. Regan, 122.09 off a 125.37 seed. Nice job. I just combined 2 words there, job and drop, to drop, jop. So nice drop and nice job. All right, here's 7s in the water, names for 8 on the top right. Ma'am? Can you just, right there, thank you. All right, here we come in for the finish on Heat 7. Looks like lane 2's going low time, 118.47 for Natasha off of 121.40. Nice drop. Upcoming Heat 8 of 9. All right, 8's in the water, 9 names for 9 top right. Honora there, low time, 1:14.61. Dropping 1.1 off her 1:15.78. All right, final heat. Here's our entries. New Jersey Race Club, well represented. One Summit, one Mariner. Underway. Final heat here for this 100 free. Names on the top right now are the boys' first heat. Lane 5, lane 3. Little push there from 3. 108.80, 108.92. Lane 5, Anna goes low time. 12.6. All right, we still have a swimmer out in 4. So again, Alicia is a 9-year-old, so I think there was a little data entry, clerical error. So she's doing fabulous. She's been, put in these races with 11 and 12-year-olds, so shout out to her. And Mr. Official, give her a second. You're blowing the whistle. All right. Nice job, Alicia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. All right, here come the boys. We have 9 heats on the boys' side, too. This is heat 1 of 9. Names for 2 are updated, top right. So this is event 10, heat 1. We have 9 heats here, and then we have a couple heats each on the girls' side and boys' side for 200 long course meter IMs up after this, and then that's going to conclude this session. Then we're back for 2 more sessions. We have the 50s, and then we have the older kids this afternoon. So hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. Love to get feedback, good or bad. You can reach us either if you want to put it anonymous, just send an email to your coach and ask him to pass it on. He or she has my contact information. Or we could be reached directly. Email Common Guy Sports NJ, all one big word, Common Guy Sports NJ, Common Guy singular, and then sports plural, if that's plural, and then NJ@gmail.com. Again, this is Mike. Glad you can join us today. Sorry, we had one technical glitch. Did a lot better than yesterday for any of the people at the summit meet we had outdoors. Was not ready for the heat and the sun, how it impacted everything. So we'll do better. We're back there for, I think there's schools out meet. So again, that was heat 1 of 9. Here's our entries for heat 2. Top right are the entries for heat 3. All right, underway, heat 2 of 9. All right, low time here, lane 5. Lorenzo didn't, 130, he was better than that 137. Came in on a 143.9. Nice drop, Lorenzo. So, he didn't get a good touch, and then that 137 popped up after the fact. So, again, the younger kids, when they come into the wall, don't come in as forceful, and you got to do pointed fingers so it registers it. Here we go, heat number 3. Names for 4 on the top right. That's our lead swimmer in 4. Bends under the flags here. Benjamin comes low time, 127.2. Came in on a 138.8, so 11.5. Nice job, Ben. Here we go, heat 4 swimmers. If anybody out there from EBGC is watching, I couldn't find a good logo for you. Had to make my own, so that's why it's just the letters. Top right has the entries for Heat 5, Heat 4 in the water. All right, so up on the scoreboard, you notice lane 3 all the way to the right, it has a finish. So inadvertently, there was an extra touch somewhere. That is not a finish time. All right, lanes 2, lane 5. Looks like lane 2, Jorge's going to get it here. Low time. Yeah, so ignore that lane 3's finish time. There was an accidental touch somewhere along the way. So Jorge goes 126 on a 135 seed. Nice drop. Names for 6 on the top right of your screen.
Are you sure you want to see him? You might waste 4 minutes of your life. Oh, good. Okay. Sounds great.
All right, this is Heat 5 of 9. This is lane 4 leading us out in this heat. See him coming under the flags. Jordan goes low time, 126.6 off a 128.06. So about a second and a half drop. All right, here we are, entries for 6. Names for 7 on the top right of your screen. All right. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. It is pretty crowded here, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure how crowded. You can see the stands. The bottom half are the swimmers. But we'll stay in this shot and get out of focus. If we look all the way to the right, there's crowds all the way down to the far end. So again, this is session 1 of 3. So this is the young kids, then we have 50s, and then we have the older kids. So we'll be here all day. lane 5 leading us home here. Mouse 555. 126. Came in on a 126 flat. Swam a 121.6. 4.4, nice drop. Here we go at heat 7. Names for 8 on the top right. This is lane 6 and 5 with those cat caps. Looks like Shane in 6, out touches 5, 118.11 for Shane. Dropping off is 123.16. That's a nice 5 drop. I don't know why Shane didn't he not get the touch there. Oh, again, so ignore, no offense, Liam down in 8. Did not swim a 26. That was an inadvertent touch there. All right, we're in the water here with heat 8. Let me get the names for 9 updated. Top right are the entries for 9, which will be the final heat here. Again, the black lane lines are lanes 4 and 5, middle of the pool. So that's lane 5. Mateo first to turn at 35.5. Keep an eye on lane 2. He had a great turn. He had a 36.2, so close 50s between those two guys. Looks like Mateo has a good kick here. Final 15 or so. Mateo's in a touch there, 115.01. Came in on a 116.88, so 1.7. 1.8, geez, Mike, do the math. All right, entries, final heat. 115. Nat time on this is a 56.6. Final heat underway. And I mentioned earlier we have IMs coming up. I'll get those names updated now. Jack Gauermeyer there in 4, first to turn, 32.6. So again, we're swimming meters. So if you're in your mind, you're like, why is he not under 30? These are meter lengths. All right, Jack's gonna bring it home. Low time here. 116.5. I'm sorry, 106.5. I was looking down. His seed was a 107.4. Nice job, Jack. All right, here we go. First of the IMs. 2 heats total on the girls' side. This is a 200 IM, so they'll swim one length of the pool of each swim discipline. Now, this is an IM, different than a medley relay, so they don't start off with backstroke as you do with the medley relay. This is heat 1 of 2 for the ladies. Names for heat 2, top right of your screen. So when you're doing this as a team, the medley relay, you start with the backstroke because then you have a swimmer in the pool can start the backstroke, and then all the subsequent teammates, the 3 others, can come in off the block. All right, here's our swimmers turning at 100, halfway complete. 2 down, 2 to go. All right, as the swimmers turn down here at the far end, this will be 3 of 4 lengths complete, 150 down. They'll turn and freestyle home. All right, first to the wall, lane 6. Matilda. Again, this is heat 1 of 2. The names on the top right are the girls' entries for second heat, and here's their lane assignments. Top right now is the heat 1 of 2 for the boys. Okay, we have 2 heats on the boys' side too. Why not? Time for this is 2:32. Wrong way. Sorry about that. So again, this is session 1 of 3 for today. The next session's targeted around noontime. I don't know if we'll make that. It's our lead swimmer in 4. Adeline. Followed by 5 and then 3. Stay with Adeline's turn here. So that's 100 down, 100 to go. Cordella here, and we'll jump back for a second, see everybody else's 100 turns. All right, down at 150 here, lead swimmer turning for freestyle lane 4. All right, some of the field turning here at 150. We'll jump forward for a second. Lead swimmer coming into the wall. It's under the flags. Again, that's lane 4, followed by 5. All right, the names on the top right are the boys first. 351, 315. Ella down in 7 came in on a 338 seed, swam a 329. And Barbara in 8 came in on a 401, just swam a 343. Nice drops. Okay, here comes the first heat of the boys. Second to last race, we have one more heat for the boys. And those names are now updated on the top right of your screen. Glad you can join us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. So again, we have 2 more sessions today. I think the next session, the 50s, was slated for noontime, or a little afternoon, I guess. And then the older kids are a little bit later today. So All right, here's lane 5. Jorge leading us out. If we put the camera on him. All right, here, jump ahead. Here's Jorge turning. 2 lanes complete, 100 yards complete. You see the other 2 guys, Alvin and Adam, coming into frame there. All right, you see Jorge coming into the picture. The other 2 guys will come in a second. This will be the 150 turn at the far end, the dive end as it's known, as opposed to the scoreboard end or the start end. All right, Jorge's on his freestyle home. We'll jump back, catch the other 2 guys as they freestyle the final 50. Oh, I went too far. This is lane 3, Adam. And Alvin here in 4, coming home. All right, final race. Here's our entries. All right, here are the guys turning at their 50 at the far end. Looked like Josh Stokes there, wait, I didn't page down. Josh Stokes there, lane 4, first to turn. All right, lead swimmer Josh in lane 4, turning at his 100 on a 127.5 split. Let's try and capture some of the guys as they're doing their breaststrokes. So running order, lane 4, lane 6, and then 5 and 3. And 7, 1, and 2 is just completing his backstroke. Okay, we'll pan ahead. Here's lane 4 transitioning to freestyle. Great stroke rate there coming home after a 200. Okay, let's go back to the rest of the field here. Oh, after a 150 completing his 200. Okay, jump ahead. Here's Josh coming to the wall. Just 3:06. Dropping 4.5 off his 3:04.56 seed. Nice job. All right, and then finishing up here is lane 6, Peter Liu, 3:23. Peter came in on a 3:31. That's about a 7 drop. Nice job, guys. All right, so this is going to be the last race. We have everybody filing in for the 50s. You can kind of see the swimmers section of the stands is full. We still have a swimmer out in 2. Let's take a quick peek. Again, so the 50s, that session is up next. It's going to be a separate live stream. So if you didn't have the direct link, if you just go to YouTube, search Common Guy Sports, you'll hit our main page. And then from there, you should see what's known as Session 2 for the 50s. All right, nice job, Fabrizio here, finishing it up, bringing it home, and completing this session. So good job, everybody. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. Always, again, love feedback. So let us know ways we can improve, do things different, do things better. I'm going to, I forgot to run this at the beginning, so I'm going to run a little spoof video and then sign off. So again, Mike, Common Guy Sports. See you soon.